Yeah, I also close my eyes on pretty much any putt inside 15 feet.
You close your eyes?
I made a putt on 17 at the Cognizant. If that went in, it was kind of game over. It's like 20-footer, eyes closed. You know, probably
okay, that's
the only
crazy.
guy to ever do that. Well, let me just make sure on these numbers. It is, yeah, about.
And no
270
slope,
to the
Joe.
bunker.
We're playing real golf.
No slope. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a one-hole match, so you'd hate to lose a hole, you know,
I
on
hate
something
to
like
concede
that.
it.
I think the rangefinder slope rule is one of the dumbest rules in golf.
You think so?
I do.
How come?
Just because we already have it in
They're
our
on the
books.
book anyways, I suppose.
Yeah. And
You have the elevation in the books?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
And, you know, if you accidentally flick the slope on, it's
know.
like, you know, do you really deserve a penalty?
Yeah.
It's not
I
the
don't think
spirit
so.
of the game. Sorry.
Yeah.
What would Mr. Hogan do?
But yeah, I think that rule is ridiculous.
So
Alrighty.
what ball flight are you playing? You drawing it? You fading it?
Gosh, I honestly, I do take it by day. Sometimes the fade feels better. Sometimes it's a draw.
I love that.
That would be fun.
I hit a few
Yeah.
balls earlier. I had the draw working, so
Okay.
Are you ever hoping for one or the other?
I think when I
hope
play
it's a
my
fade.
best-
Dude, he just dropped it down with no tee. We're screwed. You know he's a player, man. What did we get ourselves into?
Well, it's, yeah, I have played, I think the majority of my good golf has been when I'm cutting it, but I feel like when I'm trying to cut it and it's not working, I kind of bring the two-way miss, whereas if I'm hitting a draw, it's at least always kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But I haven't hit many today, so we're just going to try to hit it pretty straight.
That's
Pretty straight.
That was pure.
Yeah.
What's our process
Okay.
going to be?
I mean, we kind of learned some things with Russ over here.
Yeah.
You know, I think we're going to peel one off the left bunker. That's what
Okay.
I'm going to try to do.
You want me to go first?
If you'd like, yeah.
And then,
call your shot.
you know,
Yeah, and then we can hit
then
the,
you
we
let
can
it
hit
rip,
the big boy.
right?
Yeah. What are you thinking?
I think I'm going to hit a peeler right at that left bunker. I haven't hit any drivers today, so actually, you know what? We're going to take another page out of Russ's book and tee it down a little bit.
Love it.
Just control that dispersion
You
a
mess
little
with the
bit.
tee height a lot?
I generally tee it pretty low.
Okay.
Yeah, with the driver. People usually ask, I don't know, I've always just kind of done it about where that is.
Joe, we got huge news breaking across the wire. I did switch golf balls today.
Okay.
So this is the first drive of the rest of my life.
I mean,
gonna work
that'll
fine.
do. Hanging the short
Oh.
stuff. Oof.
Oh, back
did I get
in.
bounced
yeah.
back into the
dude,
fairway?
he's playing ping pong.
I
over
love
the
the
rough
new ball.
line. All right, free me up to swing out of my shoes, DJ.
That's right. Try to borderline hurt yourself on this one.
Do you
Neil.
want to see the big smash or what?
That's right. Remember, there's OB over the green.
That's right. I'll take yours.
I mean, that's fine.
All right.
That's why we play the game that way.
That's right. A little stuck on that one.
You guys got some nice swings.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Appreciate it.
How's the season been so far?
Yeah, the season's, it's been pretty up and down. You know, I had a really bad start to the season. The first 5 events, I think I missed 4 cuts and finished like last of the guys that made the cut in the other one.
What's going through the mind there? Rookie season, right? I mean,
So this is my second year.
second year, okay.
Yeah, so last year was, you know, majority a struggle too. That was my rookie year, and, you know, finished the regular season like 170th in the FedEx or something, and then fortunately played really nice in the fall to just be able to get my job back for next year. And then, yeah, back to like some very mediocre / pretty poor golf at the start of the year, and then had an okay week in Mexico, and then won just totally out of nowhere. And then that really changed the course of the year. And then it wasn't too long, I felt like I was going to win every time after that. And then
Sure.
within about 4
Well, now
days.
I know what to do.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
just do this every week.
It was just hilarious how you can go from that high to
Oh my
4 or
God. So
5
that
days
happens
later.
to you guys too? The expectations get out of control?
Absolutely.
And then you got to remind yourself that you still stink?
Exactly.
Well, you don't have to say you stink, but I have to do that like
Yeah,
2 or
yeah.
3 times a year. It's like, man, maybe we should just keep the expectations a little
For
lower.
sure. And yeah, I mean, literally 4 days later, I was playing Bay Hill and felt like I could never make a cut again.
Oh,
So
man.
that's just kind of the reality of the game. But then, yeah, I mean, the rest of the year has been mostly down. I did have a good week at the PGA, which was nice, and then some more struggles recently. But I mean, that's just part of the game. I think everybody goes through that. I mean, it's so hard. It doesn't take much for you to be just a little off, and then finding yourself at the bottom of the board. But
What
how it
is
goes.
the 2-year, like, you get the win, that's a 2-year exemption?
Yeah.
2-year card?
Yeah,
What does
so
that
the
do
rest
for
of the
your
year,
psyche,
and
though?
for sure, I mean, I think it's definitely good to have that relief where you're not really worried about your status and the future of your job security and everything. But at the same time, I think there is a line where if you are kind of worried about that, I think there's a degree of focus that it brings where you're like, okay, this is really important now and I have to play well just to keep this or
Yeah.
get that or whatever. And when you have that security, I think you can lose a little bit of that, but at the same time, it's nice to not have all that extra weight on your shoulders. But
Yeah.
the game is so tricky. Certainly haven't figured it out yet, but
Do you have,
Um,
I'm guessing one of your goals was to win. So you knocked that off early in the year.
yeah.
Do you have any other specific goals for a season? Like like this year, did you have anything like, it could be like.
Are you a goals guy?
Yeah.
Do you write them down, or how do you approach that?
I would say I'm not really a goal setter. I think at this point, I really want to get in the top 50 for the signature event schedule for next year. I think starting the year, when they cut it from 125 to 100, that was, you kind of know starting out you're going to be, it's going to be a lot harder to just keep your status and whatnot. So that was kind of back of the mind worry a little bit and wanted to get that taken care of. And then since the win, yeah, it's kind of about just hopefully setting myself up better for next year's status and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, I just want to play well. Like, it's fun being out there when you're playing good, and it's pretty miserable, even as nice as it seems to be playing golf on the PGA
Sure.
Tour. It's like, it's not fun when you're struggling. So just want to play good. But
What do you remember about the mental side of the day you won? I mean, not having been in that position before, and like you said, it kind of almost feeling like it somewhat came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What was that like?
for sure, it was crazy. I mean, I just think it shows how fine the line is in golf. Just a couple weeks prior, feeling like I have literally no idea what I'm doing, and couldn't be farther away from
What was going
from
wrong?
winning a tournament.
What were you struggling with mostly?
Just I wasn't putting very well. I was kind of fighting some things in my swing, and it's really tough to play in competition when you're trying to kind of fix things in your golf swing. And then kind of just turned up the focus and kind of had it building from the week prior. And I don't know really exactly what came over me, but I was just like super locked in that day, and nothing was really getting in the way, which was great to be in that mode. But
Should we lock in here?
yeah,
should.
let's see it, boys.
Well, I don't
maybe
know.
Maybe it's just
Honestly,
me
who's-
first.
It might be you first.
Well, I think,
Yeah.
I think they set up that camera already.
Okay. Well, we'll help the production team out then.
I have followed you guys on Twitter for about 5-6 years. So
Oh gosh.
Appreciate that.
yeah, I'm a fan for sure.
I don't think we have to check. I don't think we said anything crappy about him, but who can say?
That's all Solly, for
Yeah.
better or worse.
Yep.
106?
104.
All right. Well, we saw this pin. It was like right
Just
in
middle.
front of that ledge.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty middle, right?
Yeah.
104 up.
Like Russ was saying, don't overcomplicate it.
I think it's just the number, right?
Yes, I do. With the jumpiness.
We are playing traditional scramble rules,
Yeah, absolutely.
as you guys do on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, so I'm sure you play a lot of.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you guys played everybody here
No.
today?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, we were itching for some competition.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
What did I say it was? This is not-
104.
This is not enough club.
You locked in, huh?
Yeah. What am I doing? That's not enough club. All right, Neil, I'm gonna play like a 110 shot from this lie. You like that?
I love it.
Ooh, jumpy.
A little knuckly.
Okay.
Looks good though.
I think we're putting.
All right.
That stuff's thick. That was a little surprising. What do you got?
I got 54. Permission to flash?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
probably all of it, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a nice stock one, honestly.
Go.
Hey, Danny, get up.
A little short. Okay.
I think it looked like it maybe tumbled down a little
I think
bit.
it's gonna have a
All right.
We had a couple looks.
Couple looks.
I
Put the
feel good
pressure
about
on
that.
this guy, you know?
Joe, what would you say the strength of your game is?
That's a good question. I think, gosh, I don't even know what the stats say. It really is like, it's so different week to week. Like all my good weeks have certainly come from good putting. I think my ball striking is generally kind of the same, but if I'm putting well versus putting bad, that's gonna be a huge difference. So I always kind of look at that as like my biggest strength and weakness at the same time. Like at the PGA and when I won, I think I like led the field or was in the top 3 in strokes gained putting for the week. And like the difference between that and just mediocre putting is like, 30th place instead of winning. So it's like, it's a huge, huge piece. If you're making all those putts from like 4 to 8 feet and then you throw in a few extras, it's going to be like 5-6 shots around. And
Yeah.
whereas my ball striking, like a really bad day versus a good day, isn't going to have that much variety in it, I don't think. So maybe that's a little bit more of a consistent strength. All right, 103, up a little bit. Since I was young, I always generally struck the ball pretty well, and short game would lack a little bit, but my short game's certainly gotten a lot better in the last few years, and
Yeah.
definitely saves you. But again, like every part of the game is just so crucial. So it's like to be winning and playing really good at this level, like you got to be doing everything pretty good in my opinion. But yeah, this is a little flighted wedge up slope. I feel like I got to take a little spin off, assuming they're pretty soft. Should be just a stock 54. Go.
Looks quite
Might
good.
have to make one.
Yeah.
We might have to make one.
We'll see.
How much is a ball above your feet on a wedge like that? How much does it affect a shot like that?
I think it's pretty significant.
The
Yeah,
longer the club, the more it affects it, or vice versa?
I think so. Yeah, like this is pretty severe, so I had to definitely think about trying to bring it down a little bit, and knowing that there's going to be a little left to right pull. And yeah, I feel like I got a little draw bias going, so you got to play for it a bit. But
We were talking earlier to somebody about just like, it always amazes me how fast you guys, tour players, just process
yeah,
information and
for sure.
process the lie, the wind, the strike, the slope, the front bunker, the back bunker,
Definitely.
like all of that stuff. Is that something, does that feel somewhat innate, or is that something you like talk out with your caddy? You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I think it's with just all the golf we've played over the years, like been playing competitive golf since, I'm only 25, but I've still been playing tournaments since I was like 10 or 11 years old. So it's like a lot of it at this point does, I feel like, come pretty natural, and it's just kind of part of the whole deal. But I would say it's certainly learned over time, and just the more competitive reps you get and more tournament golf you play, you kind of learn to just, it's like I know I have a little hook lie, so I'm just going to aim a little left versus being like super crazy technical about it.
Yeah.
And the lie and the spin, and you can kind of go as in depth as you want, but I think there's certainly a level of importance to like keeping it simple, I think, and being a little bit more feel based. I think I'm not a super technical mechanical guy. Try to kind of more feel shots and see shots versus like really take in all the
Well, I feel like that's
crazy variables.
Speaking for myself, at least, I think that's where a lot of people like us trip ourselves up, where it's like I can miss on the two extremes, where it's either like I'm thinking about everything except how I'm going to hit this shot.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the wind and the lie and the strike and the all the different things. Or I'm just like we were joking earlier, it's like, dang, I forgot to factor in the wind. And I'm
No,
like,
totally.
And it's just, I feel myself in no man's land
for sure.
all the time.
I'm just amazed that you're like, yeah, just hit a few draws earlier and you're just gonna ride that. Like,
Yeah.
I've not heard that today.
No,
For
but
sure.
I like that.
Yeah,
Take what you got.
Yeah, just roll with what
Yeah.
you brought to the course. I should do
I
that
think it's a
way
real
more.
thing. Yeah, I remember I heard at some point over the years, I heard Jack Nicklaus talking about how like he would go and make his natural swing on the range and kind of just see whatever ball flight he was giving him that day, and then he'd play with it. And whether that was totally true or not, I can't quite remember. But I did hear that, and I feel like that's pretty valid versus trying to have it be perfect every day. It's like
And freaking out when you don't have it, or
for sure, yeah, because there's so many variables that like you have to be able to adapt, and every single day it's like you could put all the prep in the world, and then the first day it's like maybe your back's a little tight and you're not hitting it the same, and you got to adjust, or the weather's different, and all that kind of stuff.
I feel like that's so right. Just the body being different day to day.
Yeah,
man. What do you think here, man? I think
I feel like I like yours up the hill. Probably.
Yeah.
missed in here.
Probably got to take that one.
I had too much adrenaline going on that wedge, Neil.
Yeah, a little flyer.
Man.
Also could be the new ball. Less spin. Who knows?
What'd you switch to? Did you?
From the X to the Pro V1.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because of this or not, but doing like a little speed training stuff. And
Yeah.
I feel like it's just more speed, a little more spin, don't need quite as much help. And
Yep, for
so
sure.
we tried that and it seemed to be validated.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you
absolutely.
play?
I play the Pro V1.
Everyone?
This is going to be an absolute ripper at the hole, huh?
I think so too. I mean, I don't know if it's quite up this high, but I'm in this area.
That's where I was looking, just inside of that,
Yeah.
a ball inside of that.
Yeah.
You want to show me the way?
I'd be happy to.
Flag is a little borderline. I think it's going to be snapping.
I think for sure.
Greens are quick.
Hit it.
Oh,
Had to
What a
get it there.
putt.
That's the first rule of Scramble. You got to get it there.
That's true.
how about that power
here you go.
lip?
There you go. I mean, that was.
I think we had the line pretty dialed on that.
Yeah, but
divot.
I mean, as
a
it
heck of a
loses, it's
putt.
going to rip even more.
This looks good too.
like this.
Hey.
All right.
Woo.
It's a tough pin sitting on
wanna
the
see
side of
it.
the hill there.
End of a long day. I'd want to see that if I was him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. Even though it's a scramble.
Of course.
This putt
He's
is.
seen us play online.
Joe,
very
in or out?
sketch. I'll have it out, please. Thank
Put-
you.
We put some bad stuff on tape. He's seen it. Everybody's seen it. They know.
Not sure this pin's legal, but that's all right.
This is pretty hostile. Are we seeing a pin like this on the PGA Tour?
I don't think so. Maybe last week at Oakmont they had some sketchy ones, but I did have a 5-putt last week, so
Hell yeah.
that was a first in my life.
Would love to talk to you about the mental side of that after this putt.
Absolutely. Golly.
Drip.
I mean, that's pretty dang good effort.
I mean, what a flag.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good,
All right,
man.
I'll take my 4.
Knock it in, Neil.
That just looks like it's straight into it.
I don't think there's anything in it.
You know I'm ice cold on this length, though.
Thinking 5 putts over here.
A lot of good stuff going on upstairs right now.
That a
Okay,
boy.
very nice.
What's going through your head on
Good
a
half.
5-putt?
Oh
Good,
gosh.
hey, good have. That's
Yeah,
good stuff.
well done,
Yeah,
boys.
see?
Well done. Well done.
Thank you for the match.
Hey, way to hold the line,
Hey,
man.
that's right.
That's right.
Tasty,
We
bro.
remain undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I mean the greens were so unbelievably quick. So I hit my first putt, and I was actually playing well
Which
to
hole is
start
this?
out on Friday. This is on 15.
Okay.
And I mean that hole, every hole is hard out there, but especially that's one of the hardest holes on the course. And I took care of the hard part and had about 30 feet for birdie. And I shot a million the first day, so I had to make a little comeback. And anyway, so I got maybe a little aggressive on the first putt and hit it 4 or 5 feet by. And then on this putt, I was kind of like you could either wish it down there and kind of hit and hope it into the hole, or you could make an aggressive stroke and risk, hitting it 4 or 5 feet by again. And I was like, I'm just not in a position to be wishing it around. And so I tried to make an aggressive stroke. I hit a fine putt, lipped out, went 4 feet by, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then at that point, same exact thing where I'm like, you can't just wish this one. You got to hit it with some pace. Power lipped that to about another 5-footer, and now like your heart's racing, hands are shaking.
God.
You're like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish this hole at that point. And power lip, that was my 4th putt to about 3 feet again, and then you're kind of like full blown head spinning.
Did you
have zero control over your hands?
Well, I do have to ask, after the third putt for the 4th putt, did you start rushing or did you mark it?
I did mark it. Tried to go through like my typical routine, but at that point, like you are pretty rattled.
Yeah, you're just like, get me out of here. You start rushing it, and that's when you.
100%. And so like, anyway, yeah, it was a nightmare. But
what is your typical routine, if you don't mind?
On a putt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
I feel like I'm shopping routines. I don't have a routine.
For sure.
I hear you.
I'm open to ideas.
Another interested buyer over here.
Yeah.
Could be a market.
No, totally. I mean, I typically I try to line it to where the Titleist logo is like square to the face generally. I'm usually
no line.
No line.
God,
love that too.
I got everybody else doing like modern art on their ball.
Yeah, for sure. And a crazy breaking putt like this, I'm going to try to kind of look for the high point.
Okay.
And these are just like way more feel-based putts. If I was over like where you guys were, it'd be a little different. But I think for this one, you got to kind of just be more feel-based, like see the whole thing, kind of see the break versus like really getting super particular on a line. And then it's usually pretty simple. I just kind of look out and make a couple practice strokes, and then try to just see that. And then once I'm over the putt, just making sure that I, make a committed stroke and try to start it right on that point.
I didn't even notice the cross-handed pencil.
Yes, very unique
kind of
grip.
cross-handed claw.
Show it. Let me see it.
Yeah. So I hold it like this.
Yeah.
So long story,
Other way.
but
Which would be me doing this.
Yes.
correct.
Okay.
Which you should
So
tell me
it's-
about your eye.
Wow.
This could be the fix.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me see
It's
where
a
you got this from.
foreign grip, but
Okay.
so I got like full-blown putting yips when I was 12 years old, which is
Okay. Early
absolutely
enough to come back from, though.
unheard of. Yes, exactly. Most people get them in their 70s, but
Yeah.
I had them as a young teenager. And
Old soul.
yeah, exactly. I think I played a tournament. I hit 18 greens and shot 84.
That sounds like Tron.
Yep. And so I switched around all kinds of grips. I think I started with a regular claw.
18 greens.
That worked for a while, but I realized I got the yips again. And it was my right hand that still is the problem. And so
Yeah.
I don't know how I really figured it out, but I was like, what if I just clawed my right hand? Because my left hand doesn't have any yips in it. And then pretty much since then, I was like 15 or 16 years old. I've putted like that pretty much exclusively since that age. And
That's unreal.
I
And you
also,
called it out as a strength of your game now.
yes, yeah, I also close my eyes on pretty much any putt inside 15
You
feet.
close your eyes?
In tournaments, yes. So like I made a putt on 17 at the Cognizant to pretty much secure the win. It was take a 2-shot lead with a par 5 to go. So it was like, if that went in, it was kind of game over. It's like 20-footer, eyes closed, probably
okay, that's
the only
crazy.
guy to
'Cause
ever
you don't
do
even,
that.
you don't have a line on your ball. It's not like you were just saying how it's all feel.
Yeah.
It's like the force.
You almost feel like once you're set up, it's like
So yeah, I just try to aim it square, and then I know that I'm going to make a better stroke if I close my eyes.
All right, hold on, I gotta
Because
try this.
I'm not going to get worried about where the ball is going to go. Once the eyes shut, you're just kind of focused on making your stroke.
wow.
Pretty crazy, but
I feel like I was.
that was a nice putt. I would
that-
would not recommend it if you don't have demons.
I've
You've
been
been
doing
doing
that
that since you were
yeah.
12? The eyes closed thing too?
I started doing that when I was probably 17 or 18.
Okay.
And, if I'm feeling really good with the putter, I might not have to do it. But yeah, pretty much any putt that I've ever made that was important, eyes were fully shut.
This is huge. Like, this is awesome.
I don't know how I missed this.
So
Yeah.
I know we got to go. We got to let you go, but I don't want to because this is good
No,
stuff.
I'm happy to say. But
So I right lefty.
Okay.
and I'm kind of like finer skills. I do lefty, but I, shoot a basketball, I throw righty,
Okay.
and I'm left eye dominant.
Okay.
And I think, it's like, I think it's starting to like mess with my
It's not a bad putting trait. It's a biological issue.
Yeah, we were
I think.
saying
Right,
maybe
right.
it's
Yeah.
maybe
It's a good excuse.
I was born with.
Maybe the reverse claw might be.
I know that's
interesting.
got me thinking about, because I have thought about crossing. I just can't get comfortable with that. It doesn't feel right. But this,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, you got to feel comfortable with it. I think the eye dominant thing, like I'm left eye dominant, which I think is better for.
for putting lefty.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think if I was right eye dominant,
For sure.
so
Maybe try to
we'll
shut
do some
the
more
eyes
research. That's why I was like, maybe just shutting my eyes, just take the eyes out of it. Could be
Limit the
Exactly.
variable.
okay.
I think-
This is great.
Golf in general, but especially putting, is like, it's such a mental thing. I mean, what I'm doing is basically like what Jordan Spieth does from
Yes.
Yeah.
short range, where he looks at the hole, and it's obviously not as crazy probably as shutting
same
your
idea,
eyes, but it's
yeah.
the same idea where, I don't know why he does that necessarily, but I'm sure it's related to, something about just looking at the ball, and I just kind of, it freaks me out a little bit mentally, and so I know when I shut my eyes, I'm like, now I can just make my stroke. I'm not worried
File
about.
that away. I
you
hope
know,
I get the yips.
I know.
Put that
I
one
know.
in play.
That's awesome.
That's
I just want to be able to tell
answer
my
in need of a
grandkids,
solution, or
like,
a
yeah,
legitimate
man,
question
I want
there.
a PGA Tour event and close my eyes and putt. Check
That's
this
probably
out.
a first.
Gosh.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, that was great.
Yes.
That was great.
Awesome.
Appreciate the
Yeah.
time.
No,
Joe,
thank
it's
you
great
guys
to meet
for
you.
sure.
Yeah.
Seriously.
100%.
And good luck
great
this
to meet
week.
you as well. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
Wow.